we have our resident not inspector. What the hell? Oh. You're not insect.
Nailed it.
We have the one and only, the one who knows who really shot first in the cantina. And that person is Cubs fan.
I do know who shot first.
And I'm happy to have you back on the show, Cubs fan. We did a video a while ago. We talked about the Wampa.
Yeah.
That was like a while ago. And we just did a video on his channel. We did a whole farming guide for all the various stores. So if you haven't checked out Cubs fan Han's channel, you're missing a lot. So go over there, check him out. And if you haven't subscribed, get on it right now. But we're going to go into it, into a Galactic War race with my buddy here. And we're going to talk about a lot of big news in the game, ranging from what is this new teaser that's coming to the game, Revan rumors, and kind of ending them, and all this other fun
Revan?
stuff. But
Did you say Revan?
Where? No Revan here. No, oh my God, my poster's messed up. Huh? Fix yourself, boy! Okay. So why don't you go, my friend? Start us off, count us down, and we will get this.
Well,
show
you need to tell me when you're at node 3, because I'm a couple nodes in already. It's my bad.
Wow. You cheated? All right.
cheated.
Well, then I'll get started.
You count it down.
3, 2, 1, and go. All right. So while I get going here, tell us what faction you're running right now. Is it your favorite, and why exactly you're running them? Tell the nice people what you're into right now in the game. Then we'll get into the
I'm
fun
running
topic.
Resistance, and I love the Resistance. I think they're really fun to run, and it's old school Resistance. No Rey, no BB-8. No BB-8. But I do have General Kenobi in there just for a nice little tank, and Zeta Finn. I Zeta'd my Finn, and then Rey Jedi Training came out. Boom. And he was done.
Resistance, man, they're an amazing faction right now. I think they're getting even better. We're going to talk about Rose and Holdo and our initial impressions. We have tested them extensively. We have a decent formed opinion, so we'll get to that soon enough. And I'm running my Imperial Troopers. I recently took Gar Sax into Gear 12. For what reason? Heck if I know. I'm just on my I'm on a roll to get as many Gear 12. On my main account. This is our main accounts right now.
Arnold?
Gear 12 Gar Sax, and I'm going to get my Gear 12 Imperial Super Command. I'm getting my Gear 12 Vader eventually. I'm trying to get my Empire as stacked up as possible. I'm at Battle 3 now. Is that the one you're going to start on
I'm
too?
starting right now, Battle 3.
All right, let's go into it. But yeah, let's get into the news right now. Now, one of the biggest things that we learned recently is an official statement from Capital Games talking about the state of the Darth Revan rumors. So why don't I let you go ahead and state it, since you haven't mentioned it really in too many videos, and what exactly happened. I made a video, but let Cubs fan Han explain.
And I feel like it was like millions of voices cried out. Everyone was really bummed about it, and a lot of people got real salty about this news. But the thing about it, and something that I really want to establish is, it sucks. I think all of us, you wanted Revan, I wanted Revan, we all want Revan.
Yeah.
And I wanted him in February, but he's not coming in February.
Right.
That does not mean he's never coming. It just means he's not coming in February. So that's a key distinguishment.
That is really important to point out. All they said in the email is that the content coming up in February, it is not Revan, but that does not mean he's never coming to the game. They said on interviews before that Darth Revan's totally able to be added to the game. It's all about timing, and kind of now since we're talking about Revan and how he's not coming anytime soon, what do you think might be in store this coming February? Because you and I and a bunch of other game teachers, we're going to Sacramento to visit Capital Games and capture whatever it is. What are your predictions? And we'll find out for right down the road here.
So I think, I hope that we are getting a dark side version of Anakin before pre-suit, pre-delimbing.
Pre-delimbing. The pinnacle of his power.
Or maybe post-delimbing. Maybe he's on the ground burning saying, I hate you!
The youngling slayer Anakin.
But there's so much you could do with that. You could do a Hero's Fall event instead of a Hero's Journey event. I also, that quote comes directly from Palpatine.
Oh,
So I think we've all asked for a Zeta Palpatine rework.
Oh gosh, yes. Oh, he's horrible right now. And I wanna, because you referenced something without kind of referring to where it's coming from. And what you're referencing right now is on the latest forum post, the What's Ahead section. There's a quotation mark, and it says the dark side of the Force is a pathway to many abilities some consider to be unnatural. And the unnatural part is highlighted in red. So whatever this is, we know where it comes from.
It's dark side.
It's got to be dark side. It's highlighted in red, and it's referencing the moment where Palpatine is starting to seduce Anakin to the dark side.
The dark side of the Force is a pathway to many abilities some consider to be unnatural.
When they're at that opera or whatever in episode 3. So we have a couple predictions here. One, Could be dark side Anakin. Anakin's first taste of getting into the dark side, understanding that there's a power much greater or much beyond the power of the Jedi.
It's kind of like the beginning of that, too.
Exactly.
The beginning of that. So it makes sense for it to be a journey, a hero's fall.
Yes. And then also kind of furthering that idea, we might get, it could be referencing Palpatine. The fact that Palpatine did say this, I mean, I don't know, it wasn't Emperor Palpatine at this time this was stated, which it kind of makes it difficult to think if it's referring to a Palpatine Zeta. But another idea is that the story that was referred to by Palpatine, it was in reference to Darth Plagueis.
Plagueis!
Yes. So a lot of things on the table. And I don't know, my memory is kind of faulty a bit, but did we really get any sort of indication, or there wasn't for sure any sort of like video moment in like Star Wars universe where they showed pictures of Darth Plagueis, right? I don't think we've ever seen like what Darth Plagueis looked like. So that's the one thing I'm not sure about. So there's a lot of things on the table, but whatever it is, yeah, go for it, man. What are you about to say?
That was definitely more out there, the Plagueis rumor. Yeah. But I like having it on the table just because that is who he is telling him about in that moment. So it has to be possible. But I think the most likely option is that this is leading towards some kind of dark side version of Anakin.
I hope so too. And I said this in my Darth Revan not coming to the game video, but Kazi Spoon on the forum, she already kind of teased that whatever happened last February, it's probably going to happen this February, and whatever they did last February, they're going to try to top it off this time. So she said this on the forum, teasing people, and I hopefully, I'm not sure if this is what we're going out for the trip. Is this what the What's Ahead referring to? It could be something else, but I'm hoping it's maybe Emperor Palpatine and Vader combo rework thing going on. That's another thing I would like to see, but whatever it is, it's time for the dark side to get up off their butts, man. It's time.
Yeah, and the fact that Revan's not coming is definitely disappointing, but set that aside, that's a pretty dang exciting tease.
It is.
When I saw that, I got chills. I was like, they're pulling that quote out of here? I cannot wait to see what this is.
That is... there's so much episode 3 related we would love to see. And Dark Side Anakin is up on that list, but it's kind of like the same story of Revan. Are they going to release something that amazing right now when Jedi Training Rey just came out into the game? I don't know. I mean, I want to see it happen as soon as possible. I don't want them to wait for engagement to be low and like, oh, here's Anakin. I want it to be happening as soon as possible. So whatever this is, I think it's going to be fun news because the dark side, Thrawn was really the only thing that survived 2017. And besides that, the dark side is, it's just complete
Talzin.
Oh, yes, I'm sorry, Talzin.
Talzin, I think Nihilus maybe. Nihilus kind of started phasing out, but Talzin definitely survived.
Yeah, Talzin, thank you for reminding me about that. Talzin is definitely one of the best dark side characters in the game, and she's flexible.
Yeah.
So, but the problem is, I mean, she will be free to play soon. That's something we want to talk about. Talzin is becoming free to play. We don't have confirmation just yet where she's going to be, but that is awesome news. I'm already gearing her up a little bit. She should be at Gear 11 in the next couple weeks, and she's an amazing character. But speaking of becoming free to play, Kylo Ren Unmasked became free to play. Do you want to kind of maybe talk a little bit about that?
It's interesting, and this is speculation for us. We don't know why he went free to play. Speculation.
I won, by the way.
But it could be two things. It could be two things. Number one, it could just mean that he didn't sell very well, and so they're dumping him in a Cantina node. But it could also mean more than that. It could mean that maybe he's going to be needed for something, and so they want to put him in a location where we can more easily get to him. The most likely option to me is going to be maybe Snoke. Maybe you need to have, say you need to have Kylo Ren and Rey Jedi training to go get Snoke. And so for me, I was kind of speed farming Sith Assassin and Sith Trooper based on the Revan rumors. I almost feel like we can let go of that now and maybe go for Kylo Ren Unmasked.
It's hard to say because the reason why people are like wondering what's cooking here is mainly because of the fact Kylo Ren, it kind of got pushed out to free to play a bit further from the cadence. Talzin's been out a lot longer than Kylo Ren by a few weeks, and yet she has not been added to any sort of free-to-play location, although she will be soon. So, and plus Kylo Ren is super accessible. I was expecting like a hard battle because usually that's kind of the path they make a name brand character and put him in a hard battle. Cantina Battle 3F or whatever it is with the silencer, or you like to call it the TIE Slicer.
TIE Slicer. Gosh, I've been given crap by 3 YouTubers today about that.
Oh yeah, but I mean,
I'm never gonna live that down.
No, that's gonna be with you till the end of time. But getting the Slicer and the Kylo Ren on the same node, that is like a free-to-play player's like best dream case scenario right there. So, but I think this could be hinting towards something. But again, it's all speculation. I think he will be great for Territory Wars at the very least. And I'm going to do the same thing as you. I'm going to get my Sith Trooper to at least 7, set the assassin to 6 stars, and start farming Kylo Ren on mass because I'm a bit worried about what does all this mean. But again, it's all speculation.
What does this mean? What does it even mean? I think I'm going to do the same thing, except for I'm actually ditching my farm right now. I'm going straight for Kylo Ren Unmasked. I think the last time we saw a character that was released that early, or that recently, was tell me if I'm wrong, but I think the last time was Phoenix with Thrawn, and they went there. They were pretty fresh, and they went to early Cantina nodes. I don't think we've seen it.
No, yeah, this is actually pretty huge news. I mean, the vets were added kind of somewhat early, but it wasn't because they were released in August and they were added in November, so that's actually not that early. But they were on some hard battles to get to. So Kylo Ren Unmasked, I think for beginner players especially, that is amazing. I know I'm gonna love doing that. I feel bad for people who spent crystals and spent money on this character, seeing how fast he flipped to free to play and seeing how easily accessible he is. So I feel bad for you people who had to do that. But
I agree.
Overall, I think it's something we should keep in the back of our minds and kind of predicting where the future is heading. And the last thing we're going to talk about here is Holdo and Rose. My goodness. The video that we did, the gameplay unveiling video, in a mere few hours, that video became my most commented video ever in the history of my YouTube channel.
People have strong feelings about this.
Yes, I have almost 1,000 comments just about, wasn't anything about my video and how I was covering it. It was just about the characters themselves. Like, no one is hating on me at all. It's just funny. But,
they came to vent.
Yeah, but tell me now, what are your initial impressions? Because we both kind of came to the same conclusion here. Should we be as worried as what we think, what we originally thought about them?
Yeah. So when I first saw Rose's kit, I didn't think much of it.
Yeah,
I did think Holdo was going to be pretty good, but I gotta say, I've been testing her out on my test account. We can't show you footage of her yet from the test account. But I'm really not. I don't know if I'm feeling Holdo even in the Rey Jedi training team. She's really slow.
She's really slow.
And
she's
that's even with that 50 speed boost that she gets when I think it's when she's not taunting, she gets 50 speed. It doesn't really seem to make that big of a difference. And I've got some pretty dang good speed mods on her right now.
Yep, she's tied with base for the slowest character in the game, and it feels like by the time she gets into battle, a lot has already happened. If she can get her days as early as possible, that might make a difference. But from experience, either you can stun her early, you can fracture her way before she even gets a chance to sniff anything, and that's kind of the main issue right there. So at first we're like, oh, on paper she looks kind of good with all the foresight, and to clarify, we did get confirmation later that her taunt gets triggered after any foresight, not just foresight she grants. So if Kenobi's foresight expired on someone, she can taunt, which makes her sound really good on paper, but in application, it doesn't seem that amazing. So I don't think we have to worry too much about her. Still, I think she's a better tank than Kylo Ren. I think we can both agree on that, right?
Yeah, I think she's better to a degree, but it's kind of funny that she's a tank.
Yeah, she's like this
she's like 90 pounds soaking wet, and she's a tank.
But overall, I don't see much of where it's gonna head, but I think
I'm
she's
pretty
still
hesitant on recommending any of them.
Yeah, I think she's more of a B minus character right now. For sure not A grade material. So we don't have to worry too much about that. But anyways, man, we talked about a lot in this video. Is there anything else you want to kind of say before we take off here?
You know, every opportunity I get, this is something I'm out on a mission. You know, this is my calling to preach to the world that Han shot first. And so, if you guys are wondering about this, if you're feeling confused, you know, you see different things on the internet, I just want all of you to know on Arnold's channel that Han shot first.
Hey, Arnold Schwarzenegger even wore Han shot first, so that's proof right there. I mean, I can't.
If Arnold says it, it's true. Han shot first.